So does it matter? It's Donald Trump. What's the relationship between China and the USA? Doesn't matter. China is willing to do trade and business with the United States because let's face the reality, doing trade and economy is beneficial to people around the world. Not only to people in China and the United States, it's also good for the entire world because other countries don't want to choose a side. Most countries want to do business with both China and the United States. They don't want to choose one. So if China and the United States peacefully coexist, it benefits the whole world. And China said that all out. China's leaders said that repeatedly again and again, showing their friendliness. If you want to be friends with us, we'll be friends with you. But if don't think you can talk down to us, don't think you can just bully us because Chinese people is like, if you show us respect, we will respect you as well. But if you talk to us like you're in a higher moral high ground, you want to bully us, China will never back down. China will not kneel. This is the spirit of Chinese people. The same with this.
So, Lee, before the break, we were talking about some complicated kind of relationships, and there's another complicated relationship in the world today that is of India and Pakistan. And especially, we saw during this recent war how these two nuclear powers were facing each other, and then Pakistan totally dominated the war. We gunned down their five planes also, and the whole world saw the power of Chinese equipment in this war, and the whole world also saw how China supported Pakistan. So, what do you think about the future of this relationship between India and Pakistan?
For me, truth be told, really hope there will be no conflicts either among India or Pakistan or with China. I really hope we can all peacefully coexist for like a much longer time. Actually, I just posted a video on my X account, telling more people, the hatred between Indians and Pakistanis are not natural. It's carefully engineered. It's carefully engineered by the British colonizers. And so instead of asking why there's a fire, we need to ask who lit the match. So I think it's important to recognize we understand there are conflicts and there are differences among different countries. But who is really benefiting from these conflicts? Definitely not the people in these countries. And especially if we want to get rid of the old world order, old system where Western colonizers that really never really left, if we want to change that, we need to work together. So it's important to put aside our differences and start to work together. Pakistan has been China's best friend, iron brother for a long time. And there are a lot of people in China supports. China has 1.4 billion people. I'm sure there are different opinions. A lot of people are supporting Pakistan, and there are probably a lot of people supporting India too. But the thing is, no one really benefits from this conflict. And I think there are some good trends that are happening, which is, for example, just yesterday, the Foreign Minister of India met with the Chinese leaders, and they both sides, both Indian side and Chinese side, said, "Well, we need to put aside our differences and peacefully coexist with each other." And Pakistan, our best friend, our brother, there's needless to say. So, and with this BRICS, India is part of BRICS system. Pakistan is a partner, and we have multiple organizations that China and India work together. Pakistan, China, India all work together through Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which is a cooperation mechanism for Central Asian countries. So even though we have conflicts, we still work together. This conflict didn't stop us from working together. This is a good thing. And I think we need to find a solution to put our differences aside and see the bigger problem we're facing is how some Western countries sow the seed of hatred among all of us.
And finally, my last question is also very important. It is about one of the biggest conflicts that we have seen in recent times, and that is the Israel Palestine conflict. So, we've seen that all the Western countries, majority of the Western countries, are behind Israel, and their governments are behind Israel, while the people they have a totally different stance, and common people all over the world are supporting mostly Palestine. Now, if we see China, we've seen that China has always spoken in favor of the Palestinian people. So, what do you think China can do in order to end this conflict?
Mm, thank you. And I would like to say people in China really relate to Palestinian people and understand Palestinian people, and they really support the legitimate right of Palestinian people. And our leaders, Chinese leaders, have been doing a lot at the world stage to help Palestinians to 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 survive. So Israel has violated the UN charters to start the war. So Chinese people supported. If you go through Chinese social networks, you will see a lot of Chinese people say, you know what, seeing what Palestinian people going through reminds of what Chinese people being through during this Japanese invasion during the World War II. So a lot of people understand that. And now what Chinese leaders are doing, first we look at the UN conference. Chinese ambassadors at the United Nations has been one of the loudest voice to speak up for the rights of Palestinian people. And also, I'm not sure whether many people know that, just last year, the 14 factions of Palestinians came to Beijing to meet together to sign a Beijing declaration. The different 14 factions in Palestine, they agree, we put aside our differences. We need to build a unified Palestine first if we want to restore our sovereignty. And they don't trust any other countries. They only trust China. They only trust Beijing. All of them came to Beijing to sign these Beijing declarations to unify their goal to build a unified Palestine. That says a lot. That speaks volume. And also the world knows how China brings Saudi Arabia and Iran together to agree on peacefully coexist with each other. And China has been also delivering aid, food to people in Palestine. So this is the thing. China is doing everything that is possible to help. China supports the two states solution to stop the unjustified treatment towards Palestinians. So that's where going. That's what China is doing. But again, China adhere to peace. China will never. China is not an interventionist. China will never military intervene in any other country's issues. I think that's one of the reasons why many other countries, no matter what background, what religion, what the government style they are from, they all trust China exactly because of China's neutrality in all these issues.
Thank you, Lee. Thanks a lot for your time. That was quite a discussion, and I hope that our viewers have learnt a lot from this discussion that we've had today. नाजरीन, आज के प्रोग्राम में इतना ही. आपसे अगले प्रोग्राम में फिर मुलाकात करेंगे. उस वक्त तक के लिए इजाज़त दीजिए. अल्लाह हाफिज़.